Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kasey and today we are going to be talking about writing. I wanted to do a quick check-in on where I'm at in the editing process for my sci-fi book, because it has changed since the last time I updated you on it a few weeks ago. So I originally thought that I was ready to edit at chapter 22 of my story. Right now it's called Legacy. That's the project name that I'm going with right now. Don't know if that's going to be the ending name, but I thought I would be ready to jump in because I'd already done some edits on the previous chapters, and when I informed you last time, I was like, I'm going to start at chapter 22. That's where I should be starting at, because I took a break for the Christmas season and just like a rest, really. Plus work got really busy. But once I got back into the chapter, I did some editing in the earlier chapters, just like I was skimming it, kind of like refreshing my memory about the story. And I realized that there was some foundational aspects of the story that needed to be fixed. That is why I will be restarting my editing revision process at chapter 1. And I aim to start that on January 26th. And I have mapped it out to be a 10-week overhaul. That's right now what I'm estimating, which I think is honestly doable. But again, life and stuff, I won't know. And so I'm hoping to keep track of the time I spend on this so that I have better data for future and that I can actually estimate future books better. So when I realized that maybe the foundational aspects of the story wasn't quite right, I took a moment and I asked myself, I wondered, am I going to fix later chapters 22 through the end when there is an actual problem at the beginning? And what I found was that the pacing of the story needed to be smoothed out a little bit. The setup at the beginning with the character's arc needed to be a little bit clearer. It was kind of muddled a little bit, I think. I think I was trying to have her have a lot of different character arcs, and so I drilled down into one that I really want to go with for her character. So I wanted to make sure that the characters in the story were going in the right direction, because as I kept going on in the later chapters, I was like, okay, I couldn't essentially pinpoint story structures. Like, where is the break into 2? Where's the break into 3? Where's the midpoint? Like, I was having trouble visualizing when I was reading my story where those were. I knew I had them, but they weren't in the right place. So that's why the pacing needs to be smoothed out a little bit. So that's kind of why I decided to restart at chapter 1. But it wasn't like a complete rewrite. It's not like I'm going to trash the whole novel and start from scratch and rewrite it. That's not what I'm doing. I'm revising what I already have in place to make it stronger for the overall reader experience. And so in order to do this, I decided that I needed a new notebook to track everything. And so I got this. Sorry for the glare. I know the glare's on my glasses and on this, but my friend designed this cover. She is practicing her cover design. And so she did this cover for me. It's not necessarily, this isn't the cover that it will be going forward, but I liked it and I was like, this will give me some inspiration. So I put this cover on it. This is, oh, one of my hairs. This notebook is a lined Hobonichi notebook, A5 size. They came out with the lined version. They had only had the graph and the blank, I think, before, but they came out with a lined version a couple years ago, and I snagged 2 or 3. I don't remember how many I got. And then when I first got it, I didn't really like the paper, but now I've gotten used to the paper and I found the best pens. It really is about the pen experience. Like, is this pen going to work on this paper? You know, or, you know, if this paper is going to work with this pen. So I found a pen that I like. These are Rycheck pens. I got them off Amazon. They're in 0.5. They're their no sound click thing that they have patented. And so with this notebook, I kind of started, I first started with doing a diagnostic of Act 1 through the rest. And so I kind of just read through each chapter and try to match it up with the story beats. Where's the fun and games? Where's the midpoint? Where's the down, the all is lost moment? Like, I just read through the chapters and tried to match them up. I also did chapter summaries in here. I have those here. I just wrote out a small chapter summary of each chapter. And then I went through with my editing notes here and I just wrote chapter 1, and then I wrote down the spots where I need to add a little extra here, and a lot of it is just like I need to change a little bit, not a lot. I have noted that there are about 2 to 3 chapters that I think I'm going to have to overhaul and possibly rewrite from scratch, but overall the rest of the chapters just need a little bit extra clarity in them. And so that's why I think this 10-week timeline is going to be fine. That puts me roughly March 30th as the deadline, before I really want to send it to my alpha readers and see what they think. Like, I am super excited about this story. Every time I work on it, I just feel like it's more, not to say, I don't know if it's more, it has my heart, but like, I wrote this original story in 2007. Thank you. So one thing I really did was like, I just took notes in this. I went chapter by chapter and I took notes. And I think that was for the best, because there could have been things that I noted in a prior chapter that I would have to go back and fix in chapter 1. So now I have like the overall editing notes of this. And so I'm super excited to get started on this tomorrow. I'm filming this on the 25th of January. So now that I have my roadmap, I am ready to start editing at chapter 1. And I just want to say that this is key, is that starting at chapter 1 again is not a failure on my part. It's not a failure on my part. Like, I did what was right by this story, and I listened to it and it told me that something was wrong. And instead of pushing through it and just trying to ignore that issue that I was having when I was reading it, I set it down and I reviewed it, and I figured out what the problem was. The pacing. The pacing is really off, and the character arc of my main character is not quite in tune, and that could be a result of the pacing issue that I have, or vice versa. The character issue pacing is not, that's what's throwing everything off. But I am so glad I did this. Don't be afraid to restart your story or your vision, or, you know, even if you're drafting and you know, don't think this going, don't push through, set it aside, don't delete it, put it in a different document and restart that draft. Like, don't be afraid to restart, because all you're doing is letting the story sit in your brain a little longer to cook up some new ideas and to have a clear vision of where the story should go and what ultimately your readers will thank you for. Okay, so that is the video I have for you today. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. I just want to say that editing is not about moving fast. It is about moving in the right direction with the right information that you have that is for your story. Like, what will make the best story possible? That is the information you need to focus on, and I am doing that. And so I hope you continue to join me on my journey with my revision of Project Legacy. If you would like to see more content about writing, please subscribe. Like this video if you did like it. If you didn't like it anyway. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay creative, stay cozy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.